Rather than lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. It is our time to do the keep or sell. Stan Kroenke has said he doesn't have the money. He doesn't have the money to spend on Arsenal this summer. So Arsenal will have to look into the squad, try to sell some players, try to replace some players that are no longer needed with extra quality. I don't know how much we could raise by selling players in this squad. Probably 100, probably 90 million. I'm not really sure. But we're going to do our own edition of the keep or sell. Definitely, we do this every season. We do this every summer. We look into the squad, try to trim it out, take out the deadwood, take out players that are out of contract, and then just feel we need a new challenge. We need some new names. So in this edition, it's going to be very, very easy. We have a tier list of almost 24 Arsenal players. What we're going to do, we're going to try to decide on who stays and on who goes. Apart from some of the few players that have already decided that they will leave the club, and some of those that have really decided that they will be staying, let's get our opinions in the comment box. Let me know which players would you keep and which players would you sell. Actually, let me know which players would you sell, because I would definitely know which players you would keep. That is the easy way. Of course, you can agree and disagree with me in the comment section. If I keep a player you would sell, tell me, Cossy, I would sell that one. If I sell a player you would keep, in the comment section, let me know, Cossy, no, I disagree, I would keep that one. Smash the like button for me. Let's get the video to 300 likes. And also do subscribe to the podcast. We are very, very close to 40,000 subscribers. Let's get into the content. Right, I've started off with the goalkeepers. It's an easy one for the goalkeepers, I think. Aaron Ramsdale is a definite keep. He's been absolutely outstanding for Arsenal. Ever since signing in last summer, he's been so good. I think to some point in time he's going to become England's number one. It might take some time. Jordan Pickford has been absolutely outstanding as well for England, so it might not be that easy to keep him out of the squad, or to kick him out of the the starting 11 under Gareth Southgate. But I think Ramsdale is one of the goalkeepers that you have to keep an eye on if you're an English fan. Come the World Cup, I'm very, very positive he might be England's number one. But in terms of Arsenal, the fact that he just pushed out Leno out of that first team spot. Leno is not a bad goalkeeper, by the way, like many people want us to believe. So I think it's been more of Ramsdale brilliance rather than Leno being a very, very poor goalkeeper. So Ramsdale for me is a definite keep, but Leno is a definite sell. Yeah, that is when we start to agree and to disagree. But I think with Leno, it's very, very clear, lads. He doesn't want to sit on the bench, and this is a summer where Arsenal might use some few funds coming in from here and there. Fulham want to take the player for around 10 million euros or even less than that. But for me, I wouldn't really care. As long as Leno wants to go, you let him go. Arsenal have already brought in a new goalkeeper in Matsana, so I don't see why they would keep him. You don't want to keep a player who doesn't want to stay with your side. So we let go of Leno. Leno is a definite sell. Alexander Runarsson, he's been out on loan, but for me, he's a definite sell. Runarsson is a bad goalkeeper. He's horrendous. He's absolutely not the quality for Arsenal Football Club. I don't think he's going to get any better than that. It was a mistake, a huge mistake to sign him in the first place. I'll definitely sell that one. Definitely sell that one. Arsenal signed in for 1 million. I don't think anyone is going to give us more than 1 million. If we are lucky, we could get back our 1 million. And if we are not lucky, then he lives on a free or on another loan deal, but he's one I would look to sell this summer. New goalkeeper Matt Turner obviously is just signed in for Arsenal since in January. Don't know much about him, so my opinion honestly is to keep him. He's very, very old, by the way. He's around 25, 27, so he doesn't need a loan deal to adapt to the Premier League. He's going to be Aaron Ramsdale second. I think we'll see more of him in the FA Cup and in the Carling Cup, Carabao Cup. Mikel Arteta said he's not going to give him any guarantees for game time, but as a backup goalkeeper, I don't think he's really that bad. Not the quality of Leno in terms of if you're replacing him like for like, but yeah, I mean, Arsenal could just use the services of him. Now, right backs. Cedric Suarez. I mean, I need you lads to tell me about this guy. Talk to me about Cedric Suarez. Started the season very, very poorly. Was absolutely schooled by Jack Grealish at the beginning of the season in that Manchester City game. I think somehow he grew into the season. He can play as a left back and as a right back as well. He's been linked with a couple of moves elsewhere. But Cedric Suarez, keep or sell. It's a difficult one for me. I need extra quality in that area. If Arsenal can get me someone in, I'll definitely let go of Cedric Suarez. There's no question there. Cedric Suarez, I'm sorry, I know a couple of people like him in this Arsenal side, but I'll sell him. I'll definitely sell him. Then Tomiyasu for me is a definite keep. He's been absolutely very, very good for Arsenal. Coming in from Bologna in Italy, settling into the Premier League like that. Apart from that little injury that he actually picked up, within the season, he's been absolutely so good. I mean, there are not so many players that have come to the Premier League and adapted to that level. He's done it. He's so solid. If you look at what Mikel Arteta is trying to do in that back three at times, he's so good. He's up to the standards for me. If Arsenal can just bring in someone who can cover for him and also bring us something like a different kind of dimension, you don't need to go to the market for Arsenal. We have Brooke Northern Coffey. He's a very, very exciting talent. So if you can bring him in there, try to nurture him and provide cover for Tomiyasu. We've been also linked with a couple of right backs, Aaron Hickey, Jed Spence, Noel Molina. So anyone who can come in to cover for as a backup to Tomiyasu would be absolutely welcome. But Tomiyasu is a definite keep. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, what do you think? Talk to me again in the comments. Let me know. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, what would you do? Because look, Ainsley out on Roma in January. Would you keep him? Would you sell him? He wants to play as a midfielder. He doesn't want to play as a right back. In that midfield for Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, I don't see where he plays. Ainsley, for me, it's a definite keep. It's a definite sell. I would have sold him a couple of summers ago. Mikel Arteta kept on postponing this move. But it is very, very clear the player is not happy. Even last summer, he came out and said, look, I want to go somewhere where I'm appreciated. I want to go somewhere where I can play regular football. It's not going to happen at Arsenal. Tomiyasu is playing regularly at right back. Left back, it is Kieran Tierney, unless they get injured. In that midfield, Odegaard, Partey, Xhaka. Even when we look, I don't like Xhaka that much, but I would really, really rate him over Ainsley Maitland-Niles as a midfielder. I think he's given us one good game in midfield. That was against Watford this season. The rest of the campaign, no. And then when he went out on Roma, I couldn't even compete with Jose Mourinho's midfielders. Definite keep. I don't know how much Arsenal would get, but there are a couple of clubs interested in him in England. Sell him. Kieran Tierney, very, very injury prone. I don't want to hear anyone talk to me about selling Kieran Tierney. It's a definite keep. Captain material. I don't know what Arsenal are really going to do about Kieran Tierney's injury status. You either bring in someone that like Zinchenko to cover for him. Because for me, he's so good. When he's available, he's absolutely very, very relevant. He's topping number one on the list in most crosses at Arsenal Football Club. You just need a striker who can get at the end of those crosses. He's absolutely a no-brainer to keep. I would make him captain, but my problem with him, he cannot stay fit for 30, 32, 33 games at least a campaign. So I wouldn't make him captain, definitely. I would give it to Martin Odegaard, but I would keep him. And I would keep him as a starter unless, listen to that, unless Arsenal can get in someone better defensively and offensively. On the market right now, Yeah, they might be there, but not very, very many. Unless you get me a Marco Crella. Kirantiani, definite keep. No questions about that. Nuno Tavares, talk to me in the comment section. He's been absolutely horrendous in a couple of games, and he's been just okay in the other games. We thought he would be covering for Kieran Tierney because of his injury, uncertainty, but it has not really worked out. So Tavares is not a sell. I would keep him, but then I would loan him out to a club that can give him, some football. Probably Atlanta. Atlanta want him, and given the Italian nature of, schooling, the Italian schooling in defensive football, why not try to give him, to Atlanta and try to make him that solid? I think his decision making is absolutely horrendous. We've got to be very, very clear. He's horrendous, in decision making, but I don't think he's that bad. I don't think he's really that bad. So 2 seasons later, I think he can turn into a better player. But for now, keep him, get him a decent loan deal. William Saliba, definite keep. Definite keep. He's player of the year in the French league among the young players, and he's now started 2 consecutive games for France senior team. There is no way Mikel Arteta is going to tell us otherwise around William Saliba. Olympique Marseille want to keep him. The player loves to stay at Marseille, but he would also love to come back in the Premier League and fight for his place at Arsenal if there are guarantees that he's going to be playing football. Now we have the Europa League. We also have the FA Cup, the Carling Cup. It's a tight one because with Saliba, it's not about keeping or selling. It's about whether you start him over Benjamin White. That is the question. Would I start him over Ben White? Probably yes, probably no. I mean, let me know. That's why I love this channel. Lots of discussions as well. Lots of points to get into discussion. But Saliba is a definite keep. Not a definite start in my opinion because Ben White deserves the respect. Rob Holding, with William Saliba coming back, the services of Rob Holding are absolutely probably needed, but not that much needed. If a club comes in with a decent amount of money, Rob Holding can leave. Now, I'm not saying this because of the Tottenham game where he held on to Son and got a red card very, very early in the game and we lost the top for Rhys, which actually should be one of the reasons why I'm kicking him out. It's not the reason. The reason is I've never believed in his quality as a player. Look, I'm not Arsene Wenger and I'm not very good at seeing the best in players before they provide that. So with Rob Holding, he spent quite some time at Arsenal. 5 years, 6 years now. He's not going to develop into a top defender. West Ham could be a very, very good place for him. And I've seen, honestly, Everton are looking at Tarkowski. They could pair Tarkowski with Rob Holding. I don't think he's a player that can fail to find a team to play for. Last summer he was wanted by Newcastle. That is when I thought Arsenal should have sold him. They failed to do that, and now I don't see him stay. With William Saliba coming back, you don't want to create all that kind of traffic jam in there. But it's a good one because it's not going to demand a lot of game time. So yeah, maybe I would sell him. Decent offer though has to arrive. Benjamin White, let's speak the truth, is an absolute keep, definite keep. He's been absolutely, for me, very, very good this season. 50 million on a price tag on a player who's played 1 season in the Premier League and 1 season in the Championship. He's done well. He's absolutely done well. I think that midfield needs to take more control of the ball so that our defense doesn't get that exposed. And also, the team has been very, very exposed without Thomas Partey and Kieran Tierney. Many people will look at that Newcastle game where he conceded an own goal. Yes, it was a very, very crucial game, but he was half fit. I don't believe he was really, really fit. And we have to look at the whole period, the whole season. He's one of those players that have been quite very consistent. His average rating per 90 has been at least 6.9 to 7.1. Not really that bad. I don't think we've considered as many goals that you would really blame on Ben White and Gabriel Magalhaes. If we can make that midfield stick, if we can make that midfield a little bit better, hold the ball and stop giving away possession very, very cheaply, our defense will be receiving less threats. And I think Ben White and William Saliba, it might be a very, very interesting one on who Mikel Arteta is going to keep and on who he's actually going to sell. Gabriel Magalhaes is a definite keep. I was about to sell him. He's a definite keep. I think this one we shall all agree. I mean, if you disagree with us in the comments below, let us know. Juventus are interested in him. Arsenal trying to give him a new contract. I think that is the best thing to do in my opinion. Tie him down to a long-term contract and make sure it is long enough and juicy enough. I look at him as the future of Arsenal Football Club. You can already see the Arsenal looking for someone who can back him up. That position looks really, really sealed in centre-back. I think, look, statistically, he's actually not been better than Ben White, by the way, statistically. But overall, if you look at him, the leadership he's providing and the maturity, this is his second season in the Premier League. Next season will be his third. He's only 25 years of age. He's only actually turning 25 years of age. What a player for what a price. Only 27 million euros from Lille Metropole. Arsenal, we really got away with that one. Pablo Mari, definite sell. He's on loan at Udinese at the moment, and a couple of clubs have actually interested in him. But the last time I saw him play for Arsenal, or the memory I have, is when he played against Romelu Lukaku at the beginning of the season, and he absolutely bullied him to the ground. So Pablo Mari, the Premier League is not his league. We've got to agree and accept to that. But he's not the worst player. We can get some good money. Like I said at the beginning of the video, Arsenal needs some money. So if you're looking for some money, if you're looking for some funds, where else to get them better than the sale of Pablo Mari? So for Pablo Mari, he has to leave. Udinese could keep him on a permanent. AC Milan are interested in him as well. Any club that can give us a decent fee, I don't know how much we would ask, around 10 million euros, because we never sell our players for huge fees. I would definitely let that one go. Granit Xhaka, not a definite keep, not a definite sell, but a definite worth of a conversation. So let me know what you would do with Granit Xhaka. In my opinion, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna sell him, and we are always gonna disagree every summer about Ban Leno and about Granit Xhaka. This summer we'll argue about Leno because I said sell him, but Xhaka we are always going to disagree. What would you do with Granit Xhaka? Leverkusen are interested in him. Arsenal want a new central midfielder. I think I would sell Xhaka for one or two reasons. One, at his best, he's not good enough for Arsenal. But the real reason why I would actually sell him, the role he plays for Arsenal, he played for Arsene Wenger, has actually gone. Mikel Arteta prefers playing a single pivot, Thomas Partey, and two central attacking midfielders in front of him. That should be Yuri Tillemans next season and Martin Odegaard. So there is absolutely no way Xhaka has a role to play at Arsenal. Yes, he's been absolutely very, very consistent this season. He's played in that left central attacking midfield role, but how many chances is he creating? How many final third entries and penetrations is he making? And how effective is he in the final third? Right? Apart from Martin Odegaard, I think our sources of creativity have been Bukayo Saka and Kieran Tierney. We need someone in that midfield to add to the creativity, and that's why I would let go of Granit Xhaka. Honestly, I would definitely do that. Albert Sambi-Lokonga, no debate, definite keep. He's not had a very, very good season at Arsenal Football Club. Actually, he's not been. He's turned out to be the fans' least favorite of all signings because he's not played as many games as Nuno Tavares. And then when he came onto the pitch, I think his body language and the physicality and the energy is lacking. For me, he needs to become a little bit more active, but also playing him in a single pivot in a new league at that age is a little bit suicidal from Mikel Arteta. Don't do that. I mean, he's still a kid. Don't do that. But I would definitely keep him. Of course, is going to keep developing and becoming better and better and better. We signed him last summer. I wouldn't even think about loaning him out. I would keep him. Thomas Partey, definite keep. Definite keep. Another one that has a lot of injuries. Another one that is suffering from huge, huge number of injuries per season. But his impact in this Arsenal side, defensively and offensively, is undisputed. My God. I think, listen, Saka's been important. He's been player of the season. He's been voted player of the season. But Arsenal's most important player this campaign, and in all the points we picked up, has been Thomas Partey. He's absolute class. He's absolute class. Go back, rewatch that second leg against Liverpool and rewatch that second leg against Manchester City. You will know what I'm talking about. Bossing the midfield against Rodri and Bernardo Silva. Bossing the midfield against Fabinho and Thiago. No, I don't have any words for Thomas Partey. He needs to stay. I don't know how we can keep him fit, but he needs to stay. Mohamed Elneny. He has extended his contract, so we'll keep him for that. He's extended his contract. There is no way we can sell a player who has extended his contract. But if you want my thoughts and opinions about Elneny, I would sell him. I would definitely sell him. I would let him go on a free because his contract has been running down. I think his work ethic is one of the reasons why Mikel Arteta has decided to keep him. And I understand, there's some players that are just absolutely, marvelous when it comes to the leadership, when it comes to, being people of the people, like a person of the people. I think that is why he is in that dressing room. People love him. And when you call on to him, he's always ready. My problem with Mohamed Elneny is one, he's good. He's not good enough for Arsenal. That is it. But I would definitely, sell him. We are keeping him because Mikel has already given him a new contract. The midfield maestro Martin Odegaard is a definite keep. He's created more chances. Listen to this, guys. Listen to this. He's created more goal-scoring opportunities in the Premier League than many people you would think about. Actually, I think it has been Bruno Fernandes with 72, and I think Trent Alexander-Arnold that have created more goal-scoring opportunities in the Premier League last season more than Martin Odegaard. So Odegaard is a definite keep. Probably Arsenal should think about providing cover in getting a player like Julian Brandt. I don't know why I love Julian Brandt, but you'd get in a player like Julian Brandt just to provide competition and cover for Martin Odegaard, but he's a definite keep for me. Emile Smith-Rowe, definite keep. If you look at the amount of goals he scored for Arsenal this season, 10, double figures, right? Double figures. He's I think he's one of those players that from the academy that Arsenal fans have to really, really be proud of. We demanded for him to come in, and when he came in, he actually did what he's supposed to do. I think it's just going to keep on becoming better and better and better. He's definitely playing on that left-hand side, so Arsenal looking for another player on that, on that wing. I think the beauty with him, he can play in the midfield and he can also play on the wings. Smith-Rowe, shirt number 10, the new Dennis Parker, you would keep him. I dare you to sell him. Nicola Pepe, sell. Pepe is not to go. Look, I think Nicola Pepe is not going to become the player we thought we had signed. And look, no one is blaming Arsenal all the time. It happens in transfers. It's a gamble. At times you feel a player is gonna work out, and then at times you feel a player is going to be a superstar, and then it just doesn't work out. With Nicola Pepe, it has not worked out this season. How many games has he played? And does he really still have the trust of Mikel Arteta? The truth is no. Arsenal looking at a couple of forwards, Rafinha, Bowen, Richarlison, and Cody Gakpo. That only tells you that the future of Nicola Pepe at Arsenal Football Club is absolutely over. I'll definitely keep him. I'll definitely sell him. He's one of the players that can give us some huge amounts of money, like 20 million, like 30 million euros. And look, if you get 35 million euros out of Pepe and you invest it in a Yuri Tillemans or in a Cody Gakpo, that is absolutely very good business. Gabriel Martinelli, an absolute keep, a definite one. I think with Martinelli, it's the injuries. I don't think there is anything else apart from the injuries. Look, he needs to score more goals. He needs to get, more, active in terms of statistics. He needs to dribble more. He needs to score more. He needs to assist more. Those three. Otherwise, he's gonna end up like Rhys Nelson. But with Martinelli, the potential in him suggests otherwise. This season, 6 goals, 5 assists, and I think he has the potential to become Arsenal's number 11 for good. He has the potential to become, the owner of that role, the owner of the position. The only thing for me, in my opinion, that he has to do, add to your statistics, score more goals, create more chances, and make more assists. Saka, Arsenal's player of the season. No words for Saka this season, lads. No words for Saka. He's been absolutely outstanding. How many goal involvements this season? 12 goals and 7 assists. 19 goal involvements for Arsenal in the Premier League, and even more. He's carried us from a team that absolutely had no right to be in that top 4, conversation, and he single-handedly put us there. By the time the likes of Partey, Odegaard, and other players caught fire and caught up with the reality that Arsenal have, is actually now competing for the top 4, Saka had already done it all. And you've got to believe the players let down Saka, and Saka didn't let down Arsenal at any point in time this season. Many rival fans have said he's overrated and things like that. I could really care less. That shirt number 7, absolutely, he deserves it. If he can keep on getting better and better and better, there is no way I would be mourning about Saka this season. No way. Definite keep. Edin Ketia. Talk to me about this one. Is Edin Ketia a definite keep or a definite sell? His contract is running down this summer. Arsenal in talks to extend it, and I disagree. I think he's one of the players that Arsenal should be thinking of letting go by now. Just let him go. Just count him as a gone case. Just like Alexander Lacazette. Just count him as a gone case. We need more legs. We need more quality. But of course, Mikel Arteta loves the player. He's been at the club as a boy since childhood, and he's coming in the final part of the season, and he has had a very, very great impact. So many Arsenal fans feel, no, Cossy, you're too harsh, keep him. But I'm gonna be ruthless, sell him, and actually let him go. Lacazette, he has already gone. So Lacazette is a definite sell. The reason why I put Edin Ketia in skip is because I'm very, very convinced he's gonna stay. So Alexander Lacazette, like I've said, Lacazette is a definite sell. He's gone to Lyon until 2026 contract signed. I don't think Arsenal are missing anything in Alexander Lacazette. I don't think we are really missing in Alexander Lacazette. The 2 players I've not included here, Torreira, because he's already told Arsenal, I'm leaving the club. He's told them, I want to stay at Fiorentina. There is no way, there is nothing you can do to make me stay. And the other is Matteo Guendouzi. According to the terms and conditions of the loan deal, he must stay at Lyon because the terms and conditions were actually met. So I think he played, as Marseille were not relegated, and he played the minimum number of games that Arsenal set for him to stay and sign permanently at Olympique Marseille. So he's staying at Marseille. Those ones, no need for discussion. But there is one that I'll ask you about, and that is Rhys Nelson. Rhys Nelson has been out on loan at Feyenoord in the Netherlands. Feyenoord are actually discussing another loan deal. He's not getting any younger. Arsenal this season could find a a very, very good suitor for him. A club that can give us around 10 to 15 million euros. In my opinion, we should be walking away with that. Otherwise, in the future, when his contract runs down, we might actually move with very, very little. So with Rhys Nelson and all the competition within this squad, I would sell him. But that one is not for me to decide. That one is for you and one for the comments. My name is Cossy. That is our definite keep or sell. How much would we raise in this in this sell section? Leno, 10 million euros. Runason, nothing. Cedric, 5. That is 15. Ainsley, 10. That is 25. Rob Holding, 15. Yeah, 15. That would be 40. Pablo Mari, probably 8 million euros. That would be 48. Xhaka, 22 million euros. I think we can raise that. He signed a new contract last summer. So 22 plus 48, that would be 70 million euros. Nicola Pepe, 30. That would be 100 million euros. So 100 million euros from this sell section, Arsenal would not be very, very badly off. 100 million euros can get us a decent striker in Gabriel Jesus for around 45 million euros. And then 30 million euros can be spent on Yuri Tillemans. And the balance can bring in a backup left back for around 10-15 million euros. And if Kroenke is merciful enough, then he can give us some more money. And we add to that and bring in a Maki signing this summer. But those are my thoughts on the squad. I've absolutely been I've been very, very ruthless, but that is what we need to do. We need to be ruthless so that we go to the next level. Speak to you very soon.